Due to my rapidly declining health, I'm considering ending the Top Martial Arts Challenge and making videos in undisclosed locations. Things of this nature, going off the radar for a while. Most likely won't, but considering it. One thing's for sure is that these people know that I was the best, and as a result, they've sabotaged me. And I'm sure by now, unless you are fucking brain dead, you've made the distinction between somebody joking around, somebody just making this claim, and somebody putting his money where his mouth is and accepting all challenges. I'm sure you understand the importance of that and the significance of it. So, let's talk about women's judgment. Let's talk about Dennis Hastert, 59th Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. He's in office January 6, 1999 to January 3rd, 2007. I'm sure you all know about September 11, 2001, and how he was the Speaker of the House during this time. Basically, he molested 3 women, but because of who he is, he got his way out, just like all the other rich people in secret societies. He avoided being punished, and now he's getting a slap on the wrist, and of course he was indicted in 2015, was indicted on federal charges of structuring bank withdrawals to evade bank reporting requirements and making false statements and so on and so forth. So what I assumed to be a bunch of liberals in the FBI, that goes, decided to take shots at him. But they're also told that, hey, there's certain things you're going to have to leave alone because this pedophile stuff, just like Big Pharma, is a matter of national security. There's a lot of people playing stupid to this, And in society, you see a lot of people playing stupid. Women play stupid about how selfish feminism is. They play stupid about how you cannot be truly respected and be a gold digger. They play stupid about the importance of morality. People play stupid about Big Pharma and psychiatry, which has been proven time and time again to be a fraud. It's not just like a few of us know this. I'd say the majority of Americans by now know psychiatry is a fraud. Just like the banking system. They play stupid about it. Whites play stupid about the python head. Let me see, let me just pull this up real fast. Python head found in Africa. Jews are silent about it. Whites play stupid about it. 70,000 years old. World's oldest ritual discovered is the first one. I'm looking for the Science Daily. Oldest known ritual. Okay. This is what may be mankind's earliest rituals. Worship of the pythons was the earliest known ritual. 70,000 years ago in Africa. I'm sure I don't have to explain even to the closed-minded, white denial-loving, Eurocentrics, the significance of the snake, especially one of the largest snakes, to religion. I'm sure I don't have to talk about Egypt and Sumeria and the Bible and and so on and so forth. I'm sure it would be rather silly to talk about these things when you already know. So, religion, which goes hand in hand with agriculture and astrology and so on and so forth, started in Africa, as I've been saying, for a long time. Those of us who aren't fucking stupid have known that for quite some time. Those of us caught up in white denial who think that white people invented everything, they haven't quite known that, and maybe, they need it shoved in their face. Just today I had some ugly, occult-looking white females saying that, there was no pythons around, and the Jews are lying, and, Sumeria is where it starts, It's funny what people think, qualifies for a civilization. Some people believe that Sumeria is the oldest known quote-unquote civilization. And that all goes back to fit the white, worldview on things. So, like it or not, remember, keep in mind, my mom is a white female, and she calls herself a feminist. And her white sister married a Jew. Okay? But let's not kid ourselves. White people and Jews have the most ignorant worldview. Period. White people and Jews may be among the most educated, if not the most quote-unquote educated people in the world. But they are the most harmful people in the world, and they have caused the most problems for the world. And I think you'd have to be a complete moron not to see that, and an even bigger one to have seen a whole lot of my videos and not understand that. Okay? And if you have to ask me, well, why do you feel the need to point that out? Why do I feel the need to point that out? I'm not going to waste my time with that one, especially since I just threw that out there and no one's asking me that, because hopefully no one's that fucking stupid. Anyway, so yeah, it's just very sad. I try to talk about things so that people change, so that people take a stand, and I don't see that very much. What I truly in my heart believe needs to happen is that the people who are part of these Illuminati philosophies need to be hunted down. They need to be destroyed. They need to be killed, because they're spreading these philosophies which are very harmful to man. They're going to ultimately cause the destruction of mankind. Now, with climate change, I have mixed feelings about it. There is something happening to the earth, yes, because of all the toxic pollution and pollutants we release into the earth all the time, to the atmosphere. And there's something going on. But then there's also political, tricks and games being played here. So when all is said and done, I'll say this. If the climate change stuff is true and the world's getting hotter, I just saw on CNN, probably complete bullshit, but it could be true, that, by the year 2100, the Middle East might not be inhabitable by human beings anymore. Might not be able to live there anymore. And so, if there is this gradual increase in the temperature of the earth, then they are making it hotter, or, like the saying goes, hotter than hell. They're making it hot. They're making it hot like hell while they're doing all this demonic stuff. And there's a lot of people in denial about that as well. I think the number one most harmful thing people are in denial about is Satanism and its true effect on society. I just made a video about Albert Pike, how he was a Luciferian. He did the ceremonies and rituals for the Scottish Rite and so on. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking the Scottish Rite is as old as Freemasonry itself. It's not. It is probably the most powerful group that calls itself Freemasons, openly, and the Illuminati secret group is probably the most powerful secret society. Well, this is very sad. Very sad. I've been having serious health issues, respiratory problems, headaches. I looked up today earlier, and there's this big red thing. I don't know what you can see. I don't really want to show you, but this big red thing around here on my forehead. Just no reason for it to be there. Not a pimple, nothing. Just could be the sign of radiation sickness. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. I don't know what the fuck it is. And I also saw on Guru Chilla's Joe channel this Israeli female talking about how she stands with the Palestinians and so on and so forth. And she said, well, you always have to ask yourself, what would you do in these people's shoes? And so before I release this one, I'm going to release a video that I've titled for now Life, but it's basically me standing up. It's blue, it sticks out. Go to one of my videos. And I talk about a whole lot of my life story. It's not exactly my full life story, but it's a whole lot. It's especially the parts that pertain to, some of the good parts that pertain to why I am the way I am, psychiatry, why I see myself as a warrior, things that I probably shouldn't have to explain, but because a lot of people are stupid. And I guarantee you, Big Brother, the people who are covertly drugging me, people who are doing this, they know I'm right about everything. You know, a bunch of criminals are covertly drugging me. And I see sickos. I see those little blonde-haired fucking white ladies, you know, trying to look tough, you know, and it's disgusting. I see Northerners. I see Jews. Just today, you know, at the park, you know, I have a placard, a Palestinian placard over my license plate. This is Anna Falastini, Palestine, Palestinian colors and flag and whatnot. Okay. And so, you know, he gave me a dirty look and so on. And there's a lot of Jews. I see these little sniveling fucking, to be civilized, I'm going to call them Jews, but they're really Khazarians, and it comes out in the news all the time in DNA studies. You know, I saw a DNA study that said 81% of the Khazarian Jews trace their roots to Europe and not to the Middle East. They're not Semites. And so, you know, that's very interesting. From what I gather, there's a small group of them that trace their roots, you know, as Semitics. And this might have to do with the Semitic tribes that migrated to Turkey and then to Khazaria. Because they're part white and they're part Turkish, and that might be what it's talking about. And they're not actually Jews, but there's these Semitic tribes that migrated to Turkey, and then from there to Khazaria. Okay, so, you know, it's very interesting. And ironically, the Jew lady who was talking about Palestine, she had lived in Turkey for a while. Could this be a Jew who knows where she's really from, and she realizes how much of nonsense this all is, and decided because of her guilt? And also, she referred to herself as a white person and as a Jewish person. That's important to know. A lot of these white people just don't get, you know, as you go on and on about Jews and how horrible they are, and then you're like a coalition of different whites, you know, Irish and German and Russian and whatever you are. And you say, well, these Jews are so bad. You really are talking about your people. You know, they even call themselves white. I mean, why do you think that white people are the people that Jews have worked with the most? You know, not only because they're in power, but they help them with their rise to power, because they're actually white people. It's hard for people to grasp that. They're actually almost all white, and then there's a small aspect of them being Turkish and the Semitic tribes that migrated there, and there's a whole story. Human migration is a long fucking story. But anyway, so, you know, I really didn't want to make this video that long, but, you know, women are traitors. They're going to keep betraying me. Soon, it will be over. I shouldn't be alive right now. You know, I shouldn't have broke my oath. I shouldn't have lived to be 34, but things don't always work out as planned. You know, one thing I said, you know, all the time I said is that to God, you know, God's will be done, not mine. Your will be done, not mine. And so it was His will that I break my oath. It was His will that, you know, that I lived to be 34. Perhaps there were some videos that I made that I needed to be made. There's some people I needed to have an impact on, that I need to have an impact on. And by all this is happening, I am proud to say that, you know, there's some websites that I think that the New World Order may have missed because of the way I uploaded the videos to these websites. And as a result, you know, I'm getting views on other websites. You know, so not exactly fucking millions of views, but I'm hard hitting. You know, they're not aware of all where my videos are. You know, that's interesting. I don't think they have the capability to scan all websites for my videos and for my face recognition software. I think it's failing them. But anyway, you know, it's where we are now. And also, I'm growing out my beard again, you know, because I believe in violence. And, you know, I'm gonna say it like this: I'm a Christian who does believe that Islam corrects Christianity about some things, but I am not a Muslim. But I do like the idea of growing my beard out, because it's a very manly thing to do. And in this society, we need to emphasize being a man and take our rightful place and do things the right way. There's too many effeminate homosexuals, and, you know, and too many effeminate heterosexuals, really. And there's too many feminists, and there's too much plain stupid. And it's killing our children. It's killing the planet. It's killing humanity and spirituality.